or science is killer of religion. The Nalanda tradition is concerned. Buddha himself made clear, "O my follower, should not follow my teaching out of devotion or faith." What text say? Examine Buddha's own word.
Scientific research on human qualities like compassion and altruism creates concern by many that science is reducing our morality and our humanity to mere chemical reactions in the brain. Could this undermine our appreciation of human values?
Perhaps I think before the answer the particular thing, so I want to tell you my own sort of story. I think about 40 years ago, I began to feel it should be useful or interesting dialogue or discuss about with scientists. And Buddhism is mentioned particles, and also, of course, I think some of you knows as far as geography is concerned, cosmology is concerned, and Mount Meerut, or these things mentioned. Then more important, as I mentioned earlier, Buddhism, no concept of creator, but something like self-creation. When we talk about creation, they ultimately mind, emotion. So therefore, in Buddhism, comparatively, I think very rich information about mind, emotion, these things, and how to tackle these different emotions, and as well as some experience there. So I eager dialogue with modern scientists. Then some my friend, respond to me, "Or science is killer of religion. Be dangerous, be careful." And I thought. As far as Buddhism is concerned, particularly the Nalanda tradition is concerned, Buddha himself made clear, "O my follower, should not follow my teaching out of devotion or faith. Rather, thorough investigation and experiment." This one. So that give us some kind of freedom to investigate what texts say. So historically, last more than 2,000 years, many Buddhist masters in India take this liberty to examine Buddha's own word. Those Buddha's word, Buddha's teaching, which goes contradiction with investigation, then they say they do not accept it literally. Those texts which further investigation, analyze, still solid, that point, that sound, then accept. So that is Nalanda tradition. So therefore, science also some kind of sort of method to investigate what's the reality. The Nalanda tradition also, the method to investigation about the reality. So as a result, then I start dialogue, talk with scientists. Now, as I mentioned earlier, last 30 years, more sort of discussion. It became very clear to modern science, they found useful information from Buddhist explanation about mind. And for Buddhists, the scientific finding about these, like quarks or the subatomic sort of the particles, very, very helpful. Very helpful. One casualty is concept of Mount Meru. At least for me, now no longer believe Mount Meru. That's one casualty. No problem. So therefore, this kind of sort of further research, no problem. Now here, according to what the brain specialist, the place where certain sort of what's the 동해연배 거두, 따지다 동해연배 거두기 즉 초원용서지다 닝지슈 잡고 깨배 거두 초원용서 직벌에 시시했어.
At one of the meetings with scientists, one of the scientists made the observation that at the brain level, it was a neuroscientist, it seems that brain centers that become more active when you experience pain for yourself seems to be also the same centers that get activated more prominently when you feel empathy and experience someone else's pain.
So after I heard that at the conference, I respond, of course, half joke. Oh, in that case, the brain is very foolish. No ability of distinction. What the real causes? One, you see, empathy, sense of concern of others' well-being. Their mental element, tremendous sort of self-confidence, voluntarily taking care about others' sort of well-being. So there is strength. The other, pain oneself and overwhelming that feeling and some kind of helplessness. Completely discouraged. So in a mental level, big differences. But response on the brain, same area. So that means, you see the brain, no ability to distinction the real causes of mental level. Then with that, I also jokingly telling people, like tear. You see, when we very happy, overjoy, sometimes tear come. And sometimes without much sort of much sort of feeling, but some kind of laughing, too much laughing. Also sometimes tear come. And very painful experience, also you see, sadness also brings tear. So now mental level, emotional level, big differences. But the physical response is same. So if the physical level quite sort of clever, then tear which causing by overjoys, tear must come through right eye. And the cause of tear, too much sadness, then tear must come left eye. Then brain have some ability to make distinction. So therefore, I think, maybe too early to say, but still I feel mind or consciousness is much more subtler than physical thing. Of course, the mind, there are so many sort of different level, grosser level of mind, more subtle level mind, very, very subtle level mind. Now, for example, at the time of awakening state, mental state, using the senses of organs. Then dream state, senses of organs no longer function, active. The sixth mind or the mental state. Then further deep sleep without dream, even further sort of deeper mental state. Then faint. Then at the time of death, the mental state deeper, 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 deeper like that. So those grosser level of mind very much related with our physical process. Now, the latest scientific finding through their experiment, now they found through sheer mental training, some change, some new development in brain. Because plus such as do, level savage links. Namu in the fixation model, your maris, the coach, the shine, some should John Dutch have a thing, the level don't do this.
This is made more understandable, the fact that through mental processes they can affect and change at the level of brain. And this has become more acceptable. Scientists tell me that because of the discovery of the plasticity of the brain.
So these are now, as a result of more serious sort of investigation about the brain or about mind. So I feel no harm. Very important.